Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Happy Life with Maria podcast. Today's episode is a super fun and exciting and actually important topic, in my view, and that is manifestation. Drum roll. So this is, I feel like, the buzzword of 2020, 2021, 22, 23. I feel like the entire last few years, everyone kind of woke up and remembered, oh my God, there is a manifestation, and how do I do it, and what do I need to know? So it's become such a popular, I guess, thing now that I feel like a little bit more comfortable talking about it. And this episode is actually inspired by a one-on-one session I did. I think I mentioned in my prior episodes, I do these one-on-one healing sessions with people that request them from me. And we do like this deep inner work, inner child work, where we clear up the, traumas, small traumas that happened in the childhood that are affecting the current adulthood state. And it reminded me why I started doing this inner work in the first place 15, 20 years ago when I started on this whole spiritual journey, was because I discovered that we in life we are a mirror, right? And we reflect back who we are, and we also attract into our life. One second. Sorry, got distracted for a minute. And we also attract into our life the experiences, the people, the places based on who we inside of us are. And so that kind of knowing 15, 20 years ago when I started inspired me to work on myself, because I learned that the more I improve my own inner being, the better my outer world became. So I kind of started to do the inner work and started to shift my feelings about myself. Right? I was actually a little bit more on the negative side back then. I was kind of very pessimistic, very down on life, very kind of like, oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. Well, I can't do this. Well, it was very, very negative. And that's what the surroundings around me were, like people who were negative. And then when I discovered that we attract who we are, I kind of started shifting little by little my thoughts and my mindset into, wait, the trick, the technique that we learned back then was, and this was through different kind of workshops I took and classes and things like that back then, was the trick was we say a statement like, what if? Oh, what if actually it is possible to do this? What if actually it's going to turn out better than I thought? Oh, what if actually that, class is going to lead me to something even better and even better? What if positive? And you kind of start playing that game and practicing the what if statements more in the positive, more in the positive, more in the positive. And you do that for 30 days or 60 days if you can. And that becomes the new kind of way of thinking, because the thing that we practice every day becomes a habit. It becomes the norm. So I kind of little by little started practicing what if positive, and that kind of started shifting my inner world into feeling and thinking more positively about the outcomes that can be achieved in life. And that kind of started reflecting on my outer world. It started to bring in more positive experiences, more positive people, more fun, happy people, more people that think, what if it works out kind of people. And that was kind of my first clue that the more I would change my inner environment, the more my outer experience would change. And since then, I guess I've been doing all kinds of different inner work, different modalities, did different trainings and tried different things, and actually got trained myself, as I mentioned in the last few episodes, I think, on inner healing modalities that kind of help us shift our inner being. And so I started to notice how much doing the inner work can really affect the outer world. So today let's do a little bit of an overview on what is manifestation, because there's so many different kind of ways to explain it and things like that, but it's based on a few laws of the universe. There's a law of attraction, obviously the number one law. I think everybody knows the buzzword, law of attraction. Then there's the law of reflection and reciprocity. So basically, the law of attraction is what I mentioned before. We attract who we are, right? If you are positive, you're going to attract positive experiences. If you're negative, you're going to attract negative experiences. If you are afraid of everything, you're going to be attracting, things that are making you afraid, right? If you're more open, you're going to attract more open people into your life and experiences, right? The law of reflection or mirror is everything outside of you is a mirror reflection of who you are. So if you are someone that doesn't feel confident about yourself, for example, right? If you have a little bit of a low self-esteem, you're going to be attracting people that take advantage of you because you don't feel you are worthy. So why would they feel you're worthy, right? So the mirrors, the law of reflection. But if you feel like you are confident and you know your worth, guess what? People are going to treat you with respect. Because inside of you, internally, you feel respect for yourself. And when you feel respect for yourself, that radiates out. That becomes your mirror reflection of you. And that's what they pick up on, right? They read your outer energy. Unconsciously, people probably don't even realize they're doing it, but that's how it works in my view. And the law of, what did I say the third one was? You give and receive. It's basically the third law. I forget the name, but it's basically what you give, you receive, right? So if you are doing something that is helping someone and helping someone and helping someone, eventually it will come back to you, right? The cause and effect, right? For every action, there's a reaction. So if your action was you're giving and you're helping and things like that, eventually somebody is going to come into your life and help you. Boy, did I get that loud and clear so many times. It's kind of basically the law of karma also, right? What you give, you get back. But it's basically the law of cause and effect. So there was a person that was in my life a year ago that was just like in the neighborhood. We see each other every day. We were just chatting. And one day he was feeling super sad, super down. And we just walked and I said, let's chat. What's going on? And we had like a 2-hour chat, and I saw that the person was feeling very down about themselves. And I had a very in-depth conversation with them because I just had the feeling of I can help this person feel better, because I feel like I've helped myself so much that I feel like I can get it out of them also to see themselves better. And I spent like 2 hours, maybe 3, walking around, and we were talking and talking. And by the end of the conversation, something clicked in them, and they started to understand that, wait a minute, life is precious, life is beautiful, and I am worthy, and I am amazing. And they started feeling really good about themselves. And they remembered that they are an important human in this life. It doesn't matter what they make, what their living is, who their friends are. They are an important human as just being a human. And that was such a beautiful, I guess, thing that I got the opportunity to do for this person who was just, an acquaintance from the street who happens to be like in the neighborhood. But the person remembered it. And a year later, which was, I guess, 2 months ago now, that same person saw me walking around on the street. And I was feeling down because there was a situation that just brought me down in my life for a moment. And I was just like super, super down, feeling bad. And this person remembered how much I helped him back then. And he made it his mission to get me to feel good about myself again, and spent like hours talking to me. And he's like, you helped me back then. And I remember, and I'm going to help you right now. And he spent like hours and hours and got me back up to remember who I am. And so that was like a really good reminder that it is true. What you give back will come back to you. Sometimes it's with the same person, sometimes it's with somebody else. But this was super unexpected. I didn't think they would remember that, but they did. So that's basically the law of cause and effect. What you give out will come right back to you. So yeah, so basically manifestation is kind of all these laws combined, right? The way you are feeling inside of you and the way you are treating yourself is the way others will feel about you and treat you, and the way your environment will be. And so most of the work in manifestation, I feel like the common misconception is, oh, you just think positively, or you just visualize and that's it. You can think positively and you can visualize. Those are super powerful techniques. However, you must also be that inside, right? You cannot be this selfish, take person and expect to have people that want to give to you, right? If you're super selfish. Or, you cannot be this negative person and just be like, I want all positive and good things, right? So I guess I would say the 3 steps to manifestation are number one, realizing the 3 laws I just mentioned, right? So you have to work on your inner being, change who you are on the inside so that your energy becomes a match to what you want to experience in life. It's like the same thing as you have like this small little flower that wants to attract a big tiny mountain, right? A small flower is not a match to a big mountain because it's a small flower. If you want to be a big mountain, you want to attract a big mountain, you have to be that yourself. So you're a match. So you are the same energy, right? So the same thing in life. Anything you want to manifest or attract into your life, inside you must feel that way. You must know that. You must be that. And then you will attract, because it's kind of, you attract the same energy. We all kind of radiate a certain frequency out to the universe. And that frequency gets picked up by other experiences, people, places, and that's what becomes our journey here. So yeah, so step number 1, understand it's the inner work that you must do. And that's actually where, like I mentioned before, all these healing sessions that I offer actually stemmed from, right? I was trying to change who I was on the inside so I could attract better experiences. But now I do those sessions myself for others, which is super awesome. And step 2, of course, is the affirmations and the bringing it into existence. You have to speak it into existence, right? You have to state clearly to the universe what it is that you want so that the universe hears you. Oh, okay, this one wants this. Okay, got it, working on it. This one wants that, right? So now that you are a match to it, you say what you want. And it will be kind of easy for you because it will be a flow. It will be like, oh, of course, naturally I would want to attract that because that's who I am, right? If you want like kind, caring people in your life and you have become that, naturally you expect kind and caring people around you, right? Because that's who you are. And it will be easy for you to kind of accept that as your reality because that's who you are. But if you're like this nasty person and you'll be like, but I want people to be nice to me. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work that way. So step number 2 is speak it into existence. Whether you write it down, whether you say it, whether you sing it, whether you just think it, but speak it into existence so that the universe knows what you want. And number 3, visualize, meaning feel it. Visualize means feel it. And to get to that state, you have to kind of feel the feeling of already having it. Feel that feeling, right? Wow, I would feel so excited. I would feel so happy. I would feel so at peace, whatever the feeling will be. And just kind of get into that feeling and visualize living in that state. You do it as many times as you can. You can do it once a day, twice a day, 2-3 times a week. And be open to ideas. Ideas will start to flow into your mind, and you will start to get an idea. Oh, I should go to this dance social today. Oh, I should go to this meetup today. Oh, I should, go outside and talk to my neighbor today. Things will kind of click and give you ideas. Follow it. Even if it's wrong, it will always bring you to something right. Because it will show you that that's not it, but then it will redirect you to what is it. So basically, that's like a small overview introduction to manifestation. I do have trainings on that I'm starting to do because so many people keep asking me to teach them how to do it. So now I'm going to be offering that. Definitely you can reach out to me, happywithmaria@gmail.com, or follow the link in the Linktree link to learn more about where to get access to those trainings. And stay positive. Talk soon.